Hey there folks, how you doing today? Make sure you stick around. Today we're bringing you an amazing Hakes Brothers homes near amazing parks like this, mid schools, high schools, elementary schools, 1,980 square feet by Hakes Brothers Homes. Let's check it out.
1, 2, 3.
All right, folks, welcome back. Alfonso Garcia here, owner, operator of the Palms Realty, located out of Santa Teresa, New Mexico. Give it a look, folks. This is an amazing park here, Sutherland Park, Santa Teresa area. We're just about 2 to 3 minutes away from the line of Texas and New Mexico. And therefore, you get to have all access to El Paso if you work there, close to the port of entry of Mexico. And Santa Teresa is getting a facelift, getting a remodel. Right here behind me, a couple $1 million worth of building that you see they implemented here for this community center. We have your skate park, your BMX track area. We have your soccer and football field size accommodations. We have a splash pad. Are you looking for a mid-school? We have your mid-schools for sure. Take advantage of everything that Santa Teresa has to offer. You're gonna have your Santa Teresa Elementary, your Santa Teresa High School, far from the location that we're gonna be showing off today. You're also gonna have your Santa Teresa Middle School. Today, we're gonna be showing you a 1,980 square foot home, $370,000. I can get you up to about $25,000 to $40,000 worth of discounts and incentives on some of these houses. So make sure you get a hold of me, Alfonso Garcia, here at the Palms Realty. So let's make sure we check it out. Stick around for this home tour because I'm also going to show you a little bit of the area, get you familiar with it. It is up and coming. There's millions of dollars of investments is going into the area because being that we're a port of entry, we have a lot of investments going in. The railroad system is complete. So therefore, a lot of the money that New Mexico has been holding back has been allocated to the area. So let's give it a look because I guarantee you within a year, it's going to change and it's well worth it. This is an amazing area that everybody has been taking advantage of. I hope you like it. Stick around. Okay, folks, I brought you here to the local area parks that you get to take advantage of when you live here in the new Rancho Santa Teresa subdivision. You're gonna have parks like this that are lined up, and check it out right here. These two are connected, and you're gonna end up being able to walk your dog. They have doggy stations, amazing grilling areas for you to hang out with your family, just bring your food, all maintained by your local city government. No HOA, folks. Look at this, you end up in your tennis courts. Apart from having access to your Santa Teresa High School, Santa Teresa Middle School, Santa Teresa Elementary, not far from here, you get access to all these amazing parks. So I just can walk to 3 parks by just cutting across 2 blocks, and that is what you're gonna end up getting when you end up buying here in Rancho Santa Teresa. The houses that I'll be showing you today all have access to these local area parks. They're gonna get their own little parks. Very amazing neighborhoods to live in. The property taxes are as low as you can get in the area. What I mean by that is, it is Santa Teresa property taxes in New Mexico compared to anything you can end up having in the area of El Paso. So for sure, folks, let's make sure we get to this home that we're gonna show off to you today. And I know you're gonna love it, so hang out. Let's see what you think about this home. Make sure you like, subscribe, call me. When you come to the area, we're gonna take care of you. Let's check it out. Alrighty, folks, how you doing today? Alfonso Garcia here with the Palms Realty, bringing you another amazing home tour here in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. It's a beautiful morning here, August. We get nothing but beautiful weather in the Santa Teresa, New Mexico area. We have some of the most tranquil settings when it comes to weather. We wish we could get a little bit more water, but hey, we are somewhat in a desert, right? Look behind me, folks. We got a lot of action, a lot of construction going on. These houses are built by Hakes Brothers. I want to make sure that you know that when you come to this area and you get a hold of me, we're going to show you every single house that this builder has to offer. Houses that fell out of contract that now have $25,000 to $35,000 worth of incentives sometimes. You just may be in luck. You get a hold of me. A lot of these houses are not going to be on the internet, on the MLS, on the Zillows, the realtor.coms. You really got to get a hold of me to see what's going on out there. These agents call us regularly stating that they have a house that fell out of contract. For example, this house had fallen out of contract and was precisely taken because of, look at that side yard access. You get a little bit more side yard access on a lot of these houses. You want a bigger side yard, we can grab that corner lot. Now in this subdivision, we can also take you to look at two-story homes. There's tons of local area parks, doggy parks, there's tennis court parks. There's a setup with goals for soccer. So many things coming into this subdivision. No HOA, folks. An amazing development here in the Santa Teresa area. They're calling it the Rancho Santa Teresa. So today we're going to be looking at 106 Loma Parda Trail. Do me a favor, what's your style? We're going to see modern farmhouse today. Here's your somewhat of a modern contemporary, a little bit of Tuscan style, modern farmhouse. Don't forget, folks, like and subscribe. I did a tour of that house. Do me a favor and check them out and give me your opinion. See which one you like best. We did that home with a white exterior, but let's say if you want a different exterior, same floor plan, they can do that for you. Let's give it a look. Here with Hakes Brothers, when you get to town, we're going to be working with Sarah Alvarez, one of their top sales reps here in Santa Teresa. She knows what she's doing. She'll take care of us, get you everything that you need. What do we have? 7 shrubs. You're gonna get your large tree here. You are gonna get your drip irrigation system feeding this whole system here. You got your desert rock here, landscaping. This modern farmhouse is coming with its exterior siding. I love the awning. But the rest of the house is stucco, if you can notice. So the front end has the modern farmhouse siding, all with modern technology. This cement siding board is way different than what we grew up with. High durability, comes with warranties. So it's a modern farmhouse look with a cool gray and white color scheme. Here's your irrigation valves, folks. Now this irrigation valve system is gonna feed your front. There is enough space in your drip system feeder. Let's see what brand they're using. So you can add another valve and then feed your landscaping to the back. Once you get done landscaping in the back, just feed some lines back there, get your valve going. You see this line here? Eventually when you move in, that's a communication line. They'll come in and bury that. One thing I love about this builder, they are using a Lennox brand HVAC system. One thing to note, you're not gonna get landscaping in the back. 99% of the builders out here, they're not gonna landscape your backyard. My name is Alfonso Garcia. I own and operate the Palms Realty out of Santa Teresa, New Mexico. We work every single corner of New Mexico, but we specialize in these areas, everything from Las Cruces to Santa Teresa. Don't forget, get a hold of me. We can find you the deals. Like, subscribe. Let's see what this house is all about. Look how the exterior, the coach lights, they match the theme. A little modern farmhouse coach-like feel, and you have a nice tall entryway leading up to your front door. We're gonna walk up into a 8-foot front door and a nice tall entryway. Remember, folks, 4 bedrooms, 345,000, 1,700 and right about 1,800 square feet, 1,785, 1,795 square feet. Let's find these bedrooms. So right off the entryway, I love that they use a little bit higher casing boards. The trim boards, a little bit thicker than usual. I love it. They are using a good quality outlet. It does matter the type of hardware that you use in a home, of course, just like everything. So right off the bat, as we come in to the right, we're gonna find our first bathroom. Let's see what you think about these bathrooms. I like the fact that they went with their white quartz countertops, matte black hardware finish, including the framed mirror. Not every builder is going to give us framed mirrors, or not every house will have them. That may be an upgrade to some builders. They continued the matte black hardware all throughout, even on the Schluter stick. For those of us that do not know, When we used to use a 45-degree angle or a straight edge with grout, that Schluter stick has become popular even in all price points nowadays. We have our linen closet immediately to the right. And bedroom number 1. Keep in mind, folks, this is all tile so far, right? You've noticed that this is all tile. Here's the closet. Standard rolling door reach-in closet. Yep. Your hanging space and your shelf space in there. Once again, all matte black. Modern contemporary hardware where just a little nub of your finger will do the lock. Now there's not a fan in each room, but they do pre-wire so that way you can get your center fan in there. So that bedroom and this bedroom is going to share bathroom number 1 that I just showed you. Symmetrical type room, just as the one I came out of. This is now bedroom number 2 that we've seen. Now, if you notice, you do get your 2-inch faux wood blinds throughout the house. That's included out by the front. Maybe you hang a little chandelier there and it changes, or just a slight different lighting package, right? At the front entrance. And look at that door. That's a 8 by 12 foot door with 3-foot panels. You're gonna love that. That's about a $6,500 door as an upgrade. So speaking of upgrades, folks, I've mentioned already 2 upgrades, major upgrades. A $6,500 door right there, I call that the party entertaining door. We'll show you how that puppy collapses and wide open. And also all tile. This home has all tile. That is not a small upgrade. 4-bedroom home like this, I can start it off way below $345 if you don't need that many upgrades. But let's see what the rest of the home has to offer, and you'll realize that maybe you do want all their neat choices. If you were to come home from work or through the garage, this is what you would walk through. You would come in through that door. We call this the mudroom. Have some hanging space. They were nice enough to put us a rod here, shelf for storage, and let's see what this garage has to offer. They will texture the walls, but not paint them. This is what you're gonna get. I always suggest to epoxy coat your floor before you move in, before you start getting the oils from your vehicles. You are going to get your Genie brand garage door opener with its remote, obviously. Here's your Orbit sprinkler system. Now through this is gonna have plenty of stations for you to add another valve and send water to the back landscaping. Here's something, I don't think this is code in Texas, maybe it is, but it's an expansion chamber. New Mexico has that. You notice it's gas. There's some subdivisions that will be all electric, so make sure you get a hold of me. They're using Rheem water heaters. If you want tankless water heater, that would be an upgrade. Beautifully done in here. Let's continue. So you came home through the garage. I like the fact that it has automatic sensors for your lights. So you just come in, you have light. You don't have to be searching for your light switch, thumbing around. And once again, all tile throughout this house. Beautiful wood grain ceramic tile, your faux wood blinds included. Nowadays, every builder is using their low E, high efficiency windows, your 2-panel closet doors, and we do get a linen closet. I'm sorry, your coat closet at the front end, right? You came home, drop your coat off right off the entrance of the garage door and mudroom. Are you liking it so far? We're about to walk into an award-winning kitchen by Hakes Brothers. This builder has won awards from here to every city they build in. I believe they even build in Kansas now, but they are homegrown out of New Mexico. You're gonna get an experienced builder with some of the best trades that you can get building your house. So make sure you like, subscribe, and ask me all about this builder when we get to town, okay? Now for the reveal. Beautifully done gourmet kitchen by Hakes Brothers Homes in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. Look at this wonderful drop down stainless steel hood, vented all the way to the top, 5-burner cooktop, elegant, sleek look with its lighting underneath. If you guessed it, let me know real quick before I tell you what that pattern is when you lay out tile like that. Tell me what pattern that is. I keep talking about landscaping, not in the back. You'll notice this house does not have a refrigerator. For the time being, the hot days of summer, I am offering a huge incentive. We're gonna put a good amount of money towards your refrigerator, $1,500 towards your refrigerator, or your backyard landscaping, which will not be completed, and that should help you get your house going and complete. Before I show you that backyard and that door, let's continue on with this white quartz countertops. You're gonna get your Whirlpool package, modern stainless steel package, amazing dishwasher. Now you see it wet because they were just testing it. Now it is a farmhouse, so you're gonna have your farm sink, which is typically an upgrade, with its apron. They call this the apron, single compartment. Tell me, would you prefer a one compartment or two compartment type sink? So what we call the gourmet kitchen package, that ensures that you do not get your typical push and pull type of stove in and out of there, and that makes them give you an entire set of cabinetry here, separate to hold your microwave and oven. Just an elegant looking setup. They did not miss any space. I do need to mention that, look at this, this is underneath the oven. Dovetail cabinetry, very nice, and soft closed doors and drawers, folks. What do you think? I tell everybody, if you're gonna get mad, you gotta find something else to hit or to slam, because these doors are not going to slam on you. Here's your pantry, good sized pantry, with your smoky glass pantry door, and just amazing white quartz countertops throughout. And here's your setting. Look how huge this is, folks. They did pre-wire for the pendant lights up here. So when you're done, get online, go to your local hardware store, your Home Depot, and find your beautiful drop-down colorful, add some color, huh? Some cobalt blue, some vibrant orange or something, just to set it off. And they did go with 3 recessed light cans right here for the dining room. I can already foresee a neat chandelier of sort hanging right there. Here's your dining table right here, next to these 2 large windows. Has still a huge setting for your dining table. And look at your living room. I can see some sofas right about here. You're headed that way with your TV. You're gonna be able to wall mount your TV, and what they're doing here is they do a Smurf tube from there to there. That way you don't have to run your wires where people can see them all the time. Also your power strip. They're gonna wall mount it up there so your power cords and cables are not showing. You're gonna have your Cat 6. If you're as old as I, you'll remember we used to have Cat 5. Now there's Cat 6 connection for your high-speed internet, and outlets all around, folks. Look at that. There's outlets here, obviously those 2 outlets. There's even an outlet right there in that small edge of the house. How about this huge slider, glass sliding door? Let me show off what this door can do, folks. So this door, you're gonna have a party, you're gonna collapse it once, and collapse it twice. This is what I'm talking about, folks. This kind of living that we can bring you here in the Santa Teresa area, near the 300s. I could get you a home, 3 to 4 bedroom home, right about 320 with incentives. Let's continue this tour. So that's an 8x12 door. I always recommend when you have tray ceilings like this, I recommend that you paint them. Very necessary, paint the tray ceilings. You paint that tray ceiling white, you're gonna get a big difference as far as contrast in colors, and it's just gonna make the ceiling feel higher, less encumbered, less entuned. Very good contrast when you put that white paint up there. Now, every room is pre-wired to receive a fan. If you notice, if we don't have fans, what I do like though is they paid a little extra, unless it's already coming with this floor plan, the 4 recessed can lights in the corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's center can for the fan that you can install later. As we're walking through here, we're gonna walk through into the primary bedroom. 2 large windows with its blinds, and they also went with 4 recessed can lights here in the master bedroom. You got your switch for your fan there, and moving on into this beautifully done spa-inspired bathroom by Hakes Brothers Homes here in Santa Teresa, New Mexico. You have your 2 recessed cans up there. Feel free to add some pendant lights. Your matte black finish, hardware throughout, beautifully done. Quartz countertops. They're running water pressure test, the seal test on these sinks. Here's your primary bedroom closet. Huge walk-in closet, your communication hub so that way you can put your internet box right there without a worry. Lots of shelf, lots of hanging space. This is a fairly large closet. Remember, we're in an 1,800 square foot home, folks. 1,785, I believe. Here's your spot where all the deep thinking goes on. Separate laboratory, if you should say, and your linen closet. Wonderful tile all the way up the wall, super high. Nice little nicho for all your soap. And don't forget the ever necessary bench to either do some deep thinking, or as many of us forget, the ladies need a bench to shave their legs. So they do not forget about the bench. Look at this, folks. Now you start to realize why this builder keeps winning award after award, talking about curb appeal. Kitchens, of course their kitchens are killing it. Their floor plans, their interior design, everything about this builder is very, very well picked, thought after, many years of construction and getting it done right. Here we are, folks. I want to show you what this yard looks like. That's all I was saying. If you need a yard with a little bit more access to the side, this is all you're gonna get. I'm standing in the far corner of a house. This gives you a good feel for a footprint. This is about an 1,800 square foot house of what type of lot you're gonna end up with as far as land in the backyard. This home takes up about 1,800 square feet, and this is the type of yard you're gonna get. If we go from scratch, I'm always gonna encourage you to pay for your gas stub out somewhere back here, so that way later we build you your grill. Wonderfully done. Look at this, mountain views here to the Franklin Mountains. That's El Paso, Texas, folks. One of the big reasons people call me to buy a home here in the Santa Teresa, New Mexico area is due to property taxes. Not only are these homes just as affordable or more than the Paso area, but our property taxes are about a third less than anywhere you can find in El Paso, unless you go to far undesired areas, which are not worth it. Las Cruces, Santa Teresa, I'm calling them both the Beverly Hills of El Paso, Texas, for one main reason: everything there is about them. A lot better to live here. So make sure you get a hold of me, Alfonso Garcia, here at the Palms Realty. We'll take care of you. We'll get you the incentives. Wishing you a great day. So if you want to know about where this neighborhood is and where this park is, free access to you, and want to move to this area, give me a call today, Alfonso Garcia, the Palms Realty.